Hi everyone, Nathan and Emma here from Mighty Lancer Games, and tonight you've got both of us showing you what we're painting. So Mr MLG over here, hi, how you doing? And Mrs MLG on the right hand side with her frogs. And how are you all doing today? We've had a hectic day again, busy day in the world of Mighty Lancer Games. How is everybody? Hi Graltz. I'm Wicked D. How are you doing? Fizzy Whizzle, hello.
And Goblin Squire's here as well, but for some reason it's not letting me in chat.
Ah, that's no good. Hi Goblin Squire, how are you doing? We're just doing a bit of random stuff on my side of things this evening. I'm going to do some work on my Dragonborn Rogue for the Reaper Challenge League. We're going to make him a bit more bronze than green. Try and eliminate a bit of this verdigris on here. Leave that just in the shadows. Well, that was that was good. Whatever you did then.
What's happening? So what's everybody been up to? What have you all got to tell us? I'm going to paint this
Can you give up on painting handle?
giant frog from Reaper. Like I did this one as an ice toad for Mr MLG's Frostgrave. Hi Chunkster!
Good evening. How are you? Definitely not doing your job, eh, Geralt?
What are you doing then?
So,
Explain what you've been up to.
what have I been up to today? So
Yeah,
today,
well, if you want, but like
Yeah.
what are you doing on that?
yeah. So I'm dry brushing some bronze on to hide or bring the detail back up after blathering it all over with Nihilak oxide from Citadel or Games Workshop, however you want to do it. So I painted it in bronze and then I absolutely caked it in Nihilak oxide because I wanted it to be heavily green in the recesses. And now we're just going to dry brush it to quite heavily with bronze again, and then with a Vallejo Old Gold, just to bring it back up to where I want it. Oh, sorry. Geralt says he's living dangerously and watching the MLG stream. Yeah, instead of working. Well, when you're watching those nuclear gauges and whatever, I have no idea what Geralt does for a job, but you can imagine like something dangerous to start off with. Watching like pressures of chemicals going through pipes or something like that, and that's why he's living dangerously by watching our stream, because he's taking his eye off the gauges of the nuclear combustion.
And that's based on absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it just popped into my head.
So Chunkster's got Batman stuff.
Awesome.
I'm just undercoating my frog with Reaper Blue Liner because that's what I did with the last one. I'm going to try and do the same things with this one. I also have all of the computer equipment, etc., so not a lot of room to paint. Oh, Wicked D's eating a toffee Danish, so obviously best night ever.
Oh yeah, awesome. Well, we've got profiteroles for while we're watching Goblin Squire stream for pudding after our posh tea this evening, as you said.
It was.
was a Tesco's dine-in for two special lemon and herb chicken. It's really tasty. Can heartily recommend to anyone that's got a decent sized Tesco's near them to go and get the lemon and herb chicken.
Also,
And
just remembered I've left the water pots in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, that's going to be
That's not something I'll get.
that's going to be a blow. Lemon and herb chicken with dauphinoise potatoes. Hi Naz, how you doing?
Here you go, sweetie pie.
Oh, thank you.
Delivery of fresh water for you.
Awesome, that's amazing. Thank you very
I'm
much.
so kind. Oh, something else I've got to try and fit onto my desk that really don't have room to fit on. Hi, Naz. So what's everybody else painting then? And can you all hear me if I don't use my mic? Or am I echoing in a chamber again?
Have you not got your mic turned up?
Yeah, but it involves me. I have to turn it on and off when I want to speak because it echoes with yours, and I can't actually get to it very easily.
Ah, so do we need yours?
Well, no, because Mickey D says she can hear me, and I don't actually say anything that interesting, do I, sir?
Of course you do. You're the one that everybody actually comes for.
I think so. Thanks, Naz. So my giant frog from Reaper has got the first coat of blue liner. I always like to start with a dark base coat so I can keep that dark colour in the recesses. So that's what I did with this one. If you can see that. So you can see in the recesses it's still got the darkness. I don't know.
Good band.
Oh, the dark. Oh, that's your camera. Oh, no wonder it wasn't focusing.
You're looking at the wrong one.
Got the wrong one. It's very difficult, you know. There we go.
This technical stuff.
Well, normally I do it without painting, don't I? So yeah, so you can see how it's still got those shadows. And that's because I've painted this one, this colour to start off with, and then built the lighter colours up. If that makes sense. Oh, thanks, Naz. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get this frog's eyes better. Maybe not wobble my hand quite as much, but we'll see what actually happens. You know the problem I've got now, don't you?
What's that?
This thing's not drying.
That's why you need multiple.
Yeah, well, normally it doesn't matter because I can normally just, chat,
How,
etc.
how can it not be? How can it not be drying? It's absolutely
It
red
is.
hot in here.
It is quite warm in here. What we're on? We are on. Oh, it's only 26.9. That's not as warm as it normally is. Did you go and see the Darkness in concert?
Yeah,
I thought you had.
yeah, they were awesome. Justin Hawkins rode a white tiger around the
Of course you did.
around the ceiling on a zip wire.
Of course he did.
It was immense.
You need to be higher up. I made you a little mark.
You did, yeah.
I did. The Naz likes that. Are you going to explain a bit more? Oh, Mickey D's husband saw that tour too. Maybe you were there at the same time.
Yeah, we were in. I was in Glasgow when I saw them. It was absolutely fantastic. We got the train from Edinburgh to Glasgow, and then a tram out to the. I think it was a tram. Yeah, I think it was a tram that took us out to the venue.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was great. Apart from you have to gigs like that, you have to dodge because it was in a big like ice arena or something like that. You have to dodge flying glasses, which obviously they're plastic, but it's the contents of the glasses are dubious.
I don't understand.
Well, people like we in the plastic glasses and then throw them further across
Why
the.
would they do that?
Because people are skanks. Thank you, Naz.
It's maybe why I don't go to concerts.
Yeah. Well, you've only been to civilised ones, haven't
I
you?
have,
Like,
I've been
Bon
to
Jovi
such
and-
civilised ones that I sit down. That's my kind of concert. He saw them at Manchester apparently.
Ah. Yeah, I've been to a couple of gigs at the MEN. That was alright.
These are some of the stuff that I've painted just while I wait for everything else to go. No, Boyzone's concert probably don't have Flying Wee. Or not that you know anyway.
Yeah. No.
Hi, Noxie!
Good evening, sir.
We've got
How are
both
you?
of us today. This is the conversion that I did for the Reaper Challenge League, where I had a werewolf body and a terrorfish head for part of the Reaper Challenge League mod category, which I also did a YouTube video for, showing how I did it, if anybody is interested.
Yay! Yay! Show us the link.
Well, I will do if I can reach the keyboard. So, there you go. There's a couple of things. I do quite like this gruesome guy. That's for the Reaper Challenge League large group for the quarter.
Sorry about that, everybody.
What did you
That kind of sigh. I've just dropped the end of my paintbrush into the paint.
Oh, is that because you haven't glued it back on again?
Yes.
I do like the terrorfish. I didn't like it at first when I saw it in the packet, but I do like it. It's cool. You can do all sorts of things. This was my Reaper Challenge League polka dot challenge, which is why it's like that. You can do all sorts of things with them. They're pretty cool. And this colour, this bright colour, is the Vallejo fluorescent magenta, isn't it?
Yep.
This one. That's very, very bright. Very bright colour. That's cool. Was it Pete the Priest that had that to do the dinosaur?
Yes. Yeah, he's painted a clubtail dinosaur with it, or his daughter did, I think.
Is this a spell code?
That is a spell. No, that's a Cromlech figure. Cromlech.
Oh, right, okay. Have I got Cromlech?
We've got some Cromlech. I've ordered a couple of Cromlech busts today.
Have you?
Yeah, I've ordered several busts today. Some from Cromlech and some from. I forgot all about this. We needed
This is what he does, you see. You forget all about this.
I know we needed a restock from some
It's still not dry yet.
of some Vallejo paint. So I ordered, and while I was ordered some other stuff.
I like to do my pumpkins. I like pumpkins and Halloween stuff. So I like to do them with a base coat of Reaper orange, and then I always, even though this isn't really what it's designed for, I always use Citadel Riser Rust to go and highlight the tops of the pumpkins, because I like how it makes my pumpkins look. So there you go, you see.
Pumpkin colour, Riser Rust.
Well, it's just me. That's just what I like. Oh, easy.
Here's a good colour. Riser Rust.
That's what I like it.
Have you ever tried the Army Painter Rust colour?
No.
So Army Painter do a dry
Hi,
rust.
Pete.
Hi, how you doing?
We were just talking about you.
Only in a good way, yeah.
We were saying that the dinosaur has this same pink that we used for that one. So, oh, come on, you silly thing. You're going to have to explain about yours now. I've waffled for ages. Look
so-
at me waffling.
So I've painted this chap. I've done all the bronze. So that's as bronze as he's going to get. I'm going to paint his eyes in and what have you. So now I'm just going to go back and I'm going to black all the areas that I've gone over when I've dry brushed him that aren't skin or flesh, because we're going to do something different with those. So we're going to make the armour like a really nice red gloss kind of colour. So I'm going to black it first, and then I'm going to go over with some Reaper Dragon Red for that, to make it a nice dark red as a base coat for my glossy, shiny red lamellar armour. And I don't know what colour to paint his eyes. He might just get black eyes, seeing as he's so brightly coloured anyway. But this is the finish that I was going for with the thing. So it's supposed to be a bronze dragon, or a brass dragon, but he's obviously very gold. So he looks pretty cool. I think I'm very happy with how he's turned out so far. You painted yours blue, didn't you, with the white kind of like spots on him?
Yeah, it's there in front of you, over there.
Yeah. Can I reach him? So this is Mrs MLG's.
I'm just going to do some dry brushing with this electric blue.
Mrs MLG's version of Taffysis, I think is his name, or Taffys. So he looks really cool, as I'm sure you will agree. She's done a great job, painted some like spots across his wings and stuff. He looks ace. I wish Reaper would do this more with some of their figures, but I realise the complexity of doing it. But this figure comes with many options for what you put in his hands. So his pose is fixed, but his hands are separate. So you either get, I think there's 2 daggers. Isn't there? There's 2 daggers, 2 bags of gold. There's the 2 swords, as I've given him here. So obviously, in any combination of those, and I think there's a potion as well. I think so you can have him as if he's drinking a potion. It's a cool mini and a great idea.
It's alright. I'm just getting my paintbrush caught around the wire for the camera, which is no good at all, is it? So I'm just going to give my guy a quick dry brush. Are those wings wet blended? Do you know? I can't. Did I wet blend? What did I do with
I
the
don't know.
wings?
What did you do with those wings, my darling?
What's it look like? I can't remember. Yeah, probably. I think I was playing with my wet palette, which I've not really done a great deal with. But yeah. Yes, I used the Army Painter wet palettes, that's what I did. And did them with that.
Awesome. You've done an ombre gradient.
Yeah, ombre is what you do to your hair. I've had my hair done today as well.
Is
it's
it?
not ombre though.
Yeah. All right, and
Yeah,
that's a technical hairdressing term that I
well,
don't know.
it's probably not just hairdressing term, but you do use it occasionally. Yeah, so I wet blended it wickedly. So I kept the colours wet and painted the different colours while the others were still wet. There's a much more better technical way of describing it. So, and then dragged the wet colours into each other, so they kind of bleed into the next colour. But as you all should know by now, I am a new painter. I've only been painting for, what day are we on? 138 days.
That's loads. That's loads. You're like pro now.
So my explanations of things are kind of just how I do them, and not necessarily how the most technically efficient way of doing stuff.
I put the thing on the thing and do the stuff.
Yeah, that's what I did. I put the thing on the thing. You're not in camera, and did the stuff.
I am in camera. I'm there.
Genuinely. Can everybody back me up, please?
There, is that better? That's better, isn't it?
What, me? Yes, I'm better. I'm better video quality, aren't I, Pete? I don't know why. I did tell him that.
Yeah, we don't know why, because this
Both
camera's
the same camera.
yeah, they're both the same thing.
Is that a bit more in focus now? think that's a bit better, I think, maybe, Pete. Hi, Tony. You've got both of us today. That's a first, maybe only.
No, this is a regular thing.
No,
Until
I
you
don't
just
know.
take over full time. That's...
Tony's just got back from the dog drag. Does he not like walking? Ours when it got older, just sat down and refused most of the time.
Oh, dropped it. Got no room for this.
So we're both using Citadel painting handles in case, actually it's old now and it's worn off. But because they're Reaper figures, we have them blue tacked onto the painting handle. Because mine doesn't have a base anyway, so it won't fit in. And the Reaper miniatures tend to have irregular bases, because they tend to be integral. That's correct, isn't it? Integral.
That's it.
So they don't fit in, but the painting handles are really handy. So a bit of blue tack,
Yeah.
and you're away.
And a lot of companies manufacture painting handles now, but as we've discovered from looking at one recently, it seems that they just expect you to use a big blob of putty to hold your figure onto the top of the thing anyway. So
Blue tack's good.
blue tack, yeah, does the
Asmo
job.
has a question for you, I think.
Oh,
Want to read it out so people know?
is that a Tathis as a copper dragon person with a patina? Yes, that's right. I was going for bronze dragon, so I started off with Vallejo bronze, and then I dry brushed a little bit of gold over the top of it. So that's why he's a lot brighter, really, than I intended him to be. But I like the appearance, so that's what we're going for. And then once I've done his armouring and what have you, hopefully it will all kind of look a little bit better.
Tony says the dog hates the idea of exercise. She really doesn't like the Zumba class.
No. You
Very
tried Zumba,
good.
haven't you? I have not tried Zumba, but
I'm
you...
not a dog.
No, I know. I don't know.
I think you should just back away from that conversation, sweetie.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Blue Flame by Reaper next.
This is jazzy music, isn't it?
You always say that.
Yeah.
And yes, it is. It's a cheery Tuesday, terrific Tuesday. So, what did you say? Did you say something of coming to the shop or something like that? I can't remember what you said.
I don't know.
Oh, you were saying something.
No, I've ordered some busts.
Oh, that was it. Tell us about them now.
So I've ordered some busts from Cromlech and Max Mini.
Because we don't
Max,
really have a lot of busts.
or Maxi Mini.
You've got to hydrate. Oh, I suppose that includes me. I can't
Yeah.
reach, man. I've got lemonade. And what have you got, my darling?
I've got wine
Yeah,
this evening.
red wine. It's so classy.
A Gorgon. Now, I really like the WizKids Gorgon, and have we got one to do? I can't remember.
don't know.
I can't remember if we've got one yet to paint. I really like the WizKids Gorgon. It looks amazing, but the only thing, because we're trying to get a lot of stuff done for the RCL, which is the Reaper Challenge League, because we're trying to get a lot of stuff done for the Reaper Challenge League, I've not got round to painting a lot of WizKids minis that I want to paint. So we've got quite a few, haven't we? Stacking up. I've got a Manticore and a few an Ifrit and a few other bits and pieces that I want to use for Frostgrave and other fantasy games, but I haven't got around to painting them yet because I can only submit them as a freebie.
Are you going to read out Pete's question? I should imagine this is for the WizKids.
Ah, yes. So, what have you got any gold colours, Pete?
You're going to have to read it out.
All right. So Pete is asking. If he can mix any paints to get the same kind of colour as Liberator Gold. So, depending on what other colours you have at your disposal, you might be able to mix. So if you've got a lot more like kind of yellowy gold, orangey gold kind of colours, maybe like a Retributor armour or something like that, you can, or a...
Hi, Goblin Squire.
Hiya.
Go on, you were telling about gold.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, so if you've got like a more yellowy, orangey gold that you can use, and then you can mix a silver with it, you should be able to get something quite close in terms of a colour match. And it really is just a case of having a bit of a play. But if you get a bright silver and mix it with like a darker gold, shall we say, then you can generally get a good shade. So for highlighting this chap here, this handsome little dude, which looks really, really bright because the sun is kind of like absolutely streaming through the windows.
Yeah.
But he isn't actually as bright as he appears on camera. But for this chap, what I did was I painted him in bronze, which is a bit darker, and then I've given him a dry brush of old gold, which is a bit more kind of a don't know, yellowy gold, shall we say. And then I mixed that with white, with a bright silver, to give it a final kind of highlight. So it's just a case of having a bit of a play around. If you've not got the colours at your disposal, you can generally mix something. And the important thing is, if you're going to want to use it again, try and write down your mixture so you can replicate it in future.
I've got a question for everybody. The last one that I did, which I've lost already, the last one that I did didn't have his mouth open. This one has. So what colour shall I do this disgusting tongue? Now, Misty said to do it pink, but I'm not sure. I told you, Tony. I didn't. Tony says, "You Bridlot have sent the rain our way. I told you it was coming. I gave you fair warning, and to be fair, it's still raining and sunny here. I don't know where the rainbow is, but there must have been one all day. There's bound to be a million rainbow pictures on Facebook because it's been absolutely throwing it down, but sunny at the same time. Green, pink, lime. Oh, I don't know. Because it's blue. I thought maybe a pale pink. But then I don't know if do you want this to be some kind of spell like frost thing, seeing though it's for Frostgrave, or are you having it as a tongue?
Oh no! It wants to be a tongue.
It wants to be a tongue, so you want it pink then. Well, let's give it a go and see what happens. What do you think to it so far? How's yours going?
All right, just painting black at the moment. Just covering all the bits that I've blathered with my dry brush. I need to straighten this sword blade. Really should have done that at the start. But I got too excited.
You got too excited, right?
Yeah, well, because I meant to spend the time straightening the sword out and what have you, and then I just wanted to get cracked on painting, so I just did. But it's alright. We'll straighten it once I've painted him.
That might be a bit too technical for me, Naz. Base it lime and dry brush it pink. This painting is shaking apart.
You have to get your mixer out. I don't know. I buy you these things and then you don't use them.
I haven't got any room on the desk. I've got a keyboard, a lamp, the camera. Oh dear. I don't know now. I'm thinking green now.
Yeah, if you want to go fantasy, it can be any colour, but Frog and Toad's tongues are pink in real. Well, yeah. I heard a rumour that there's a real world. There isn't. It's a lie. There's no such place as the real world. I think this colour might look nice with the blue, but I'm having difficulty shaking it up.
What is it?
Centaur Skin by Army Paint.
Alright. I'm not sure I've ever used that one.
No, that's probably why it's not shaking up. Might have to get the thing out at this rate. What's everybody else been up to then? What exciting things have you all got to tell us? I don't think we've got anything exciting, have we? We've got anything exciting to say?
No, not really. We've got
We've got what?
we've had some more Legion delivered today, but we haven't added it to the thing yet 'cause we've been doing some other jobs. I don't know how excited these guys are about Star Wars. Don't know.
You just muttering to yourself.
Yeah,
now, sweetie.
just muttering to myself. Yeah, I've spent all day, like, speaking to different people via email and trying to just resolve general day-to-day admin things. So
Oh, exciting.
so no, yeah, it's not particularly exciting, is it?
One of these new busts coming.
I've no idea. I would estimate 2 to 4 days.
And what are they of?
So a couple of them are 40k based, different characters, the maxi mini ones. In fact, they all are actually. They're all 40k based because the Cromlech one is a 40k styled orc pilot, which is a particularly nice figure. So hopefully the place that I've ordered it from actually has it in stock, because unfortunately they only accept orders via a spreadsheet
I see ya.
and there is no indication of what they actually have in stock or not.
I see.
Which is most frustrating when you want something like specific for a customer order. But this is the challenge to owning a game store, unfortunately. And a lot of companies go like, oh well, we'll have like an online ordering system and you'll be able to see like everything live that we've got in stock and what have you, which seems like it should be relatively simple, because that's what we do on our web store, like every day, try and make our stock levels as accurate as possible. But I guess when you're a distributor and you're holding like thousands of different items in bulk quantities, it must be pretty tough. But it can be quite frustrating as a retailer. Like, they send you a list that says what they've got in stock, but when you order it, they might only actually have one.
Just went into town to pick up some birthday stuff for my little girl's 8th birthday tomorrow, and popped into your shop on the way home to pick up my paints. That was my day.
Yeah, excellent.
Awesome. Is the little girl with you, or can you tell us what you've got? So I'm trying to paint my frog's eyes with mythical orange, and I'm using all of my fingers to steady my hand so that I don't just make a giant, or less likely to make a giant mess of it.
You won't make a mess of it. You're awesome.
I'm using my Army Painter Kolonsky Masterclass brush. I use that one for my finer details. Are you having a little jig to the music, Tony?
What was that? How was that looking? Super. Right, that's it. He's finished then. So there we go.
What? Is it done?
No, I was just joking. Still got loads to do.
Oh, I don't know. You're all the way over there.
Yeah, what you painting, Wicked D? If your brush strokes are in time to the music.
He's doing your giant. Yeah, doing the rude needs to be censored giant.
Right, let's just set this bad boy down for a minute and let's just have a think about what we're going to do next.
What's your plan?
So I think the next step is to start putting some red on the armour plates.
You won't be able to see him if I put a hat on him. Yeah, he's got a hat on.
I'm wearing my fedora.
What you like, Pete? I should make a mini hat and put it on the frog.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's an extra one.
Oh, we could do our special birthday message.
Yeah.
Should we do our special birthday message? You might have to turn your volume down ever so slightly.
You're gonna play your birthday message.
I'm gonna try, yeah.
Mrs MLG has been desperate to.
I don't know what you mean. Yeah, it also involves me actually finding it. Right, are we ready? And we can all sing happy birthday along. I know it's a day early, but I hope this works. This might not work, and then that'd be terrible, wouldn't it? Fingers crossed.
There is a mighty Lancer birthday, a mighty Lancer birthday. Someone has a birthday in mighty Lancer land. Happy birthday.
Just have a little stretch and a hydrate.
Yeah. So happy birthday from all of us who you've never met before. Hope you have a nice day. Our little ones ate as well, so good in it. You were stretching.
I was
Stretching.
stretching and hydrating.
Hydrating.
Double tasking.
Yeah, I'm glad you changed that.
Yeah, double multitasking.
What else have you got to tell us?
So I'm just going to use some Reaper Dragon Red just on the bits that I'm going to paint in like the nice glossy red colour that we're going to do. And this is going to be the base coat for these. And I'm getting what I'm doing with Dragon Red is I'm using it on as many minis as I possibly can because I want to get as much practice in as possible before I paint Tiamat or Maldrakar, because this is the colour that I'm going to use for the bulk of the model.
Alright, you're still not in shot
Am I not? Is that better?
I can't believe I've got to keep an eye on you and me and
Yes.
you now.
It's so hard.
It's so difficult.
I don't know what colour to do inside its mouth. I feel I keep thinking if it's frost, it's not going to be normal looking, is it?
What colour have you painted
Oh,
its
she has
tongue?
a lovely day. Well, I've painted it this pink colour, but it ain't really taken because it didn't shake it up enough. Airbrush.
Yeah.
Actually, she should airbrush.
Yeah.
Redeem yard of ale.
Yeah, I do intend on using the airbrush to paint Maldricar. Actually, gonna get some practice in with that in the not too distant future. I'm gonna have a go at painting some of my Titans for Adeptus Titanicus with the airbrush. I want to try and get some. Want to try and get a bit of practice doing some masking and what have you. Because I keep seeing pictures of people's Titans with amazing hazard stripes and other stuff on them, and I think that they look absolutely amazing. So we're going to give that a whirl at some point, but I don't know, probably won't do that on stream because I don't know how I would rig up the webcams and not get them all covered in paint. But at some point in the not too distant future we're going to get some practice in with that, and eventually we will paint Mal.
Yeah, we've only had him how many years?
Yeah, 5 maybe. And now it seems that the model could potentially be unavailable from Reaper for the foreseeable future. Yeah. Yeah. Our regular contact at Reaper sent me a message not too long ago when I tried to reorder some, saying that he didn't know if they're ever going to be available again. Maldricar and the Dragons Don't Share set. So I don't think I'm sharing any information that I shouldn't be. But
Well,
yeah,
been out of stock for long.
yeah, it's been out of stock for a long time, and they don't know if they're gonna redo them. So
I suppose they've got so much new stuff coming out all the time. They've got to
Yeah,
get rid
you
of some
can-
of the old stuff.
yeah, maybe it'll get remastered in a future.
Yeah, maybe. Is there a kind of replacement type? Is there anything that's similar?
No, well, they've done a few dioramas in the Kickstarter that's about to
Oh, right.
start fulfilling, but not to the kind of scale of Dragons Don't Share. I don't know. It'd be a shame if they don't redo Maldricar, because it's not like it had. So the reason that they discontinued Caladrax, which was and Nethamor, the other two kind of skeletal dragons that you can't get hold of anymore. So Caladrax was always produced in the wrong scale, I understand. So Caladrax is a skeletal dragon, and was produced too big. So there's a skull on the base that is absolutely massive because it was made at 2 or 3 times the size it should have been by the factory in China. And then I understand there's been some kind of problems with producing Nethamor in terms of stability, which I think is also the reason that Gauth Out of the Bones 4 Kickstarter hasn't been released as a retail item, because a lot of people have said that it was very difficult to get it to stand up. A lot of weight in the model for the ankles. Oh, that looks pretty cool. I think that's alright as a basis. Red on bronze looks pretty good, I think, even if I do say so myself. So yeah, it'd be a real shame, because those two, the Maldricar and Dragons Don't Share, I don't think had any stability issues whatsoever. It just but I suppose intensive, plastic intensive to make the sets when you could be making with the mold making equipment or whatever, you could be making like many other figures, like single figures or whatever. I don't know what kind of production run they'd have to commission to get them done. Right then. So, what do you think, everybody in chat? Do you think that I should paint his like the boot kind of bits and his like loinclothy thing? Do you think that should be brown for like brown leather, or do you think I should leave it black so it was kind of like polished black leather? I think. I'll get him a little bit closer, you can maybe see what's going on. So his swords are going to be silver. So yeah, do we go brown for his boots? Because he's got a belt on as well. So if we go brown for the belt and the boots, then that might work okay. And then the like loinclothy bit, maybe we do that a completely different colour, maybe like a dark blue or whatever, and then the sword's silver. I think that might work. And then, so I've dotted his eyes in. You can see those like slashes on the slash on the side of his face as the black. So I'm going to do those in a dark green. Yep, the eyes do look absolutely fantastic, Mrs.
I don't like his mouth.
Why? That looks really good. Ah, it's got like creepy teeth.
Who's that creepy?
The frog.
It's
Inside the middle of its mouth, it's got some like teeth or.
They're like the things on top of your mouth, the ridges. I can't get yours back in focus now.
Yeah, I don't like this. Decisions.
With closed
Thanks, Naz.
closed applications for our recent job vacancy advertisement, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's a bit of news for you. So
I'm doing interviews soon.
yeah, interviewing some applicants. It's been very interesting seeing those. I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I would.
Go for the crazy one. Is what
It
is
would
what
narrow
Peter
it down
Peter
to
says.
one.
Yeah.
I think our staff are pretty crazy anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
In a good way.
Yeah, most of us talk to ourselves.
You could have applied, Tony. You didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking to yourself is normal, Pete. It's just that we answer ourselves as well. I don't think that's overly normal. Slightly frowned upon that. What are you doing now with your mini?
I'm
Got
just
to keep an eye on the time because of
yeah. We don't want to crash Goblin Squires stream at 8 o'clock, so we're going to finish bang on time, and then Mrs MLG is going to try and
Remember how to raid.
remember how to raid, so we can all drop into...
All head over and say hello. I don't like this tongue. I don't like this tongue. It's rubbish. I don't like this tongue. Don't know what to do with it now. If I put blue over the top, is that going to look really bad?
What? Blue over the top of the top? I don't know.
Well, I'm doing it now, so let's see.
That's it then. Too late. So I'm going to use some of my new favourite dark blue Reaper, not Reaper, Green Stuff World Abyss Blue.
Is that me, red or blue ink wash? Is that for me, Naz? I ain't used any wash on this.
Yeah, that's it. Real life getting in the way there.
Yeah.
Oh, it wants to focus on my paintbrush. It's too bright.
Well, when everything settles down, Tony, we're still waiting, or still ready, shall we say, for you to come and give us this, give us our lessons on how to do the lava for our window
Tony
display.
Never said he wanted to come in. He said he would help over Discord.
Ah, well,
Don't go
okay.
committing
No,
Tony to things you didn't agree
Well,
to.
I thought he was going to come to the shop and give us like tutorial sessions.
Tony is extremely welcome to do that, but that is
Yeah.
not what he said.
I apologise. I thought that was your that was the situation, but either way, quite. So we've got a new window display in mind, where we want to do it as lava.
Yeah, we'll see you in a minute, Goblin Squire.
Yep. See you soon.
Yeah,
Oh,
trap
that's-
him in the wind. That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, that is an awesome idea. That is an awesome idea. You'd be up for coming and doing some like tutorial sessions for some of our staff or regulars, would you? That'd be really cool. Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to be trapped in the window, not near the Costa window anyway. I suppose I best not say any more on that subject, either.
Okay. Right, you better be deciding what you're doing.
What am I doing? I'm just going to quickly do a little bit of highlight on my armor panels here. So we're going to just put a little bit brighter red on the bulk of the panel and leave dark in the edges. And then when 8 o'clock rolls around, we're gonna hopefully raid Goblin Squire's stream.
I still don't like this tongue. I knew I wouldn't like the tongue no matter what I did to it. That's why I did the other one first. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not happy. Not happy.
Well, that would be absolutely amazing, Tony. We would be overjoyed for that.
Whoop, whoop.
And I do actually mean to sound excited. It's just my voice. I don't.
No. This is the most excited he's sounded for quite a while. think probably since you got your Bellacar.
Yeah. I was having a conversation today about why, when I was in my previous employment, I used to get all the disciplinaries and investigations and things to do. And I think it was because everybody thought that I was just miserable all the time, so they just thought that I was good at that.
No one's
No,
denying
yeah,
that.
no one's disputing that I'm just miserable all the time. I'm happy on the inside. I think I need a T-shirt that says that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so not happy with this rubbish. Can't get it to show you either. I haven't got anything to put behind it. Trying to find something to put behind it so you can see it.
I've just headbutted my camera
Oh, why?
because it's just there.
I'm pressing the wrong button here. What do we all think of that then?
I think it looks absolutely awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, looking at something else.
I hardly think so.
Right then, we better go and see what Goblin Squire's up to.
Yeah.
I hope you'll all join us.
Thanks everybody for coming and watching us for our little stream here, and please join us as we move over to Goblin Squire.
Did you all like me being involved, or is it much better when I'm just in control? No, don't. I'm not asking you. Just in control of the computer. What do we all think? Is it a thing we should do on Tuesdays, or just stick to the boy doing his? Still not like Tom there.
Nobody's gonna say.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, you'll have to tell me in Discord. Oh, what's it called? That isn't it, that one. Right then, let's go see what Goblin Squire's up to. Oh, thanks Pete and Moxie. Wicked day. Thanks Naz.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow when you're painting more Bellacar at
That's right.
8 o'clock. That'll be pretty cool. Right, let's go see what he's doing. See you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Hopefully.